you know, they're going to be the doctors, the lawyers, the politicians, you know, and they're going to be the people who are taking care of our country. So I think it's very important to motivate and to inspire the youth to be the best people that they can be. And just a snapshot of me for the purpose of my speeches. I graduated from Covington High in 2008. I graduated with a 4.0, 16th out of 300 and some students. I also received a scholarship to Penn State University, so I'm a senior there and I'm applying for medical school as we speak. And the point for me saying that is that I like to think of myself as a role model. Because, you know, growing up as a kid, you know, a black male at that, sometimes you don't see a lot of inspirational people in your life. And you know, I've worked and I've strived to be that. You know, younger kids, you know, they don't have the know-how. And I think it's our responsibility as being young adults or even as parents to coach them and teach them the way to go so they can be successful. And also, my main goal is to teach the youth to follow so they can be successful. And also, my main goal is to teach the youth to follow your dreams. You don't have to go out, you don't have to be a doctor, you don't have to be a lawyer, but whatever you do, try to be your absolute best at it. You know, if you're a father, try to be the absolute best father that you can be. You know, a lot of educated African Americans, at least sometimes that's what I thought. You know, I only saw, you know, the black people on TV, the best that you can be. And also, I also want to talk about my college experience because I think that was the main key to all of my successes. As you know, the Xavier University is a HBCU, and I feel like growing up, you think that there really aren't a lot of educated African Americans, at least, you know, even though we are a deprived race, that we can actually do things and we can actually be successful individuals. New York or California somewhere. But going to HBCU, my peers, you know, I feel are just as intellectual as I am. You know, the professors, some of the professors are African American, and that also motivated me and inspired me to embrace the fact, you know, that African Americans, you know, even though we are a deprived race, that we can actually do things and we can actually be successful individuals. And also the fact that my university is that it's a Catholic university. And even though, you know, as you know, I don't practice Catholicism, but they 3 hours and get up for a full next day of work. And God, I can't see Ace as the person, you know, who brings me through that day.
Amen.
And throughout the day, you know, I'm walking and I'm praying, but the whole time I'm thanking the Lord for what I am blessed for. You know, I'm up to 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'll, you know, maybe sleep for 2.5, 3 hours and get up for a full next day of work. And God, I can't see Ace as the person, you know, who brings me through that day.
Amen.
And throughout the day, you know, I'm walking and I'm praying, but the whole time I'm thanking the Lord for what I am blessed for. Going on those 2 or 3 hours of sleep, I am still grateful. I'm an African American male that's in college, that's not behind bars. You know, and I don't think the youth knows that the things that they do when they're young carry with them throughout their whole life. You know, I saw one of my high school teachers, and because my impression, you know, my first impression lasted on her when I was in high school, even when I was in college, she was still, you know, we were still able to react and everything that was really good. And so that's basically what I want to say to the youth is follow your dreams, and that there are, you know, African Americans that are out there, and that, you know, we are trying to make, you know, we can put a positive foot on this earth. And thank you.